As I sit here in my bonnet and my pajamas, I was talking to my two trusted homegirls that I feel like love is everything. I made a couple of videos about this, but I feel like it exists in between the spaces that we don't really care to look for. I feel like love exists in the smallest things. It moves, it tends to dance in the smaller gestures rather than the grandiose ones, as I always say. Um, I always feel as if we do a terrible job at looking for it, um, and then blame other people when love doesn't show up the way we predicted it to. Um, Love is not bound by prediction; it's bound by intention. Love has never been something that is tossed up in the hands of luck, as if luck exists when love is the real thing that drives us all. You know, luck is just a small forecast of what intention can do behind love. You know, without love, I feel like there's no us. You know, we don't exist without it. We don't exist without love. Love is the thing that led our parents to do X, Y, and Z. But you know, that's neither here nor there. That's not why I'm making. It is why I'm making this video, to be honest with you all. But we don't exist without it. A lot of these things don't exist without it. Love is the reason why gardens are planted. Love is the reason why trees exist. Love is the reason why the sun kisses off your face. You know, there's not a lot of things that love isn't in charge of. And I feel like you can always tell when something is created without love. It has this stench to it, not this one that you can notice, but something that what's the word I'm looking for? It has this kind of aura to it. This kind of, you know, that one character off Charlie Brown who always had the clouds around him. You can that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. Um, I feel like that is the stench that lust gives. You know, I always want to say that the opposite of love is lust, and you immediately you hear lust and you think about sexual desires. You know, lust is the fantasization of self. I want to say, um, lust doesn't always have to be about sexual desires. No, I feel like lust can show up within money, within your quest for, you know, approval. You know, a lot of us are lusting over gratification. A lot of us lust over um, being seen. A lot of us lust over being noticed. A lot of us lust over the feeling of being human. Um, Being human isn't something that you go and see. Being human is already what you are. You know, you don't have to act for it. You don't have to beg and plead for it. It's who you are, and it's all you'll ever be. You know, I feel like sometimes we get that caught up with performance, as if performance is the thing that makes us. You know, performance is rehearsed. Performance is something that you pluck and you pick apart and you rate by a certain rubric. While life, while love, while being a human being, there's no rule book for it. There's no rubric for smiling at the toddler that waves at you. There's no rubric for, you know, holding the door for your fellow neighbor. There's no rubric for, you know, extending a smile to your fellow person that's walking on the side of you. There's no grade book for all of these things, and I feel like once we place them into a value, once we value these things, once we add a, what's the word I'm looking for? status quo. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. I'll probably edit the word I'm looking for on top of it. But once we add that to it, that's when it loses everything that it's intended for. Um, I end this off by saying that you don't have to look for love. Love is already within you. Love is already around you. Love is who you are. Love is all you'll ever be. It exists in those spaces where you forget to live. It exists in those spaces that, you know, you yourself have forgotten about. And my prayer to you all is that you'll continue to find it. You'll find it when you're not looking for it. You'll find it when you think when you feel you need to give up on love. You cannot give up on love because it's all of who you are when you give up on yourself. I pray none of you give up on yourself, but when you do, or if you do, it's essentially throwing everything that's around you in the trash. I pray we don't do that though. Love you all.